And I can tell you that Halifax is the northernmost place I have ever had my heart blessed now. For sure. You can get your heart blessed a dozen times down south every day. You know. They didn't bring that coffee to you yet, honey? Well, bless your heart. I lived out in L.A. for quite a few years, and that's a no-blessing zone. Bless the heart, go to jail out there or something. It's scary, I'm telling you. But it's so great down south because you can say anything about anybody as long as you tag it with that, right? Poor thing, he ain't got the sense. God give him mud turkey, bless his heart. I hope they get that child some braces. She could eat watermelon through a picket fence, bless her heart. But I tell you what I like about that shower, that retractable dental floss attachment. Then I get an adrenaline rush when I flush that 7 megaton sucking toilet. I lost like 3 pair of contacts. In my room, there's actually a sign behind the toilet that says, "Do not flush while seated." You don't have to tell me twice. You might have heard about the poor guy that flushed while seated the other day. He beat us to Bar Harbor by 3 hours. I don't know if you got one in your bathroom. They put one of those magnifying mirrors in my room, which I don't care for, frankly. I mean, it's fine for you ladies, you know, you got the smooth faces and everything, but us guys, that's too much information, I'm sorry. We're just whiskers and pores, you know. I looked into that thing 7 o'clock this morning, and it was like, it scared me to death. I looked like a colander with nose hair. Here's a tip, though, guys. If you step out of the shower and just walk over to that thing, it will boost your self-esteem. I'm just telling you. A cousin of mine came up to me and said, "Mac, I've been studying up on the family tree, you know, genealogy and all that." She said, "Did you realize that you are 164th Choctaw Indian?" I thought, wow, that's pretty interesting. So, you know, I studied up, did a little research on the culture and the history of my people. And I find it fascinating, but I also find that it hardly ever comes up in the conversation. You have to bring it up yourself. But like, I fly a lot, so after a couple of long hours on a boring flight, just to kind of break the ice with the person sitting next to me, I might say something like, "Hey, hey, 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 they're always real surprised because I don't look Choctaw. So anybody remember when a passenger side airbag was your mother-in-law? Remember when an air purifier was just a box of matches on the back of the toilet? You know, when I was a kid, if you wanted to see a purple-haired woman covered with tattoos and a pierced tongue, you had to buy a ticket. Now you just walk into Starbucks and there she is behind the counter with that spark plug stuck through her tongue. I make them say something complicated so she might chip a tooth. Double grande frappuccino. Surely some of you's old enough to remember 45 records. Remember that? Yeah. I was a kid. My parents bought me one of those little plastic record players and a record. And I listened to that thing so many times. I played it over and over until I learned my first song all the way through just by listening to that record. Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roams and the deer and the bay, where seldom is heard a discord, a discord, a discord, a discord. and the skies are gay. Home, home, angel, and a is heard of this girl howdy all day. Hey, hey, hey. Thank you so much for coming out to see me tonight. I had a great time with you folks. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mack Dryden.